Welcome to back ASAY Entertainment. The story begins in the breathtaking but unforgiving landscape of the Sahara Desert, where the horizon seems to stretch forever. The blazing sun hangs over enormous golden dunes, while the dry wind constantly shifts the sand beneath anyone brave enough to travel across it. It is a place where even the strongest travelers can quickly become exhausted, and where a simple mistake can turn into a fight for survival. Into this dangerous world comes Dale Gordon, a young woman with a strong spirit and a determination to prove herself. Dale is not interested in sitting safely on the sidelines while other people decide what she is capable of doing. She wants adventure, independence, and the chance to show that she can compete in a world dominated by men. Her opportunity arrives when she becomes involved in a demanding automobile race across the desert. The event is not simply about speed. The competitors must deal with rough terrain, extreme heat, mechanical problems, exhaustion, and the unpredictable conditions of the Sahara. Every mile brings another challenge, and the desert itself seems determined to defeat anyone who underestimates it. At first, Dale is surrounded by people who doubt her abilities. Some competitors look at her and assume that she will not last long. They believe the harsh environment will eventually force her to give up. Instead of being intimidated, Dale uses their doubts as motivation. As preparations for the race begin, the atmosphere becomes increasingly tense. Vehicles are checked, equipment is prepared, and competitors study the route. Everyone knows that once they enter the desert, help may be many miles away. The excitement of the race is mixed with a very real sense of danger. Dale understands that she cannot rely only on courage. She must remain calm, think quickly, and understand the desert around her. The smallest problem with a vehicle could leave her stranded. A wrong turn could waste valuable time. A sudden sandstorm could erase the route completely. Finally, the race begins. The vehicles move across the desert, throwing clouds of dust into the air as they race between the dunes. Dale pushes forward, refusing to be frightened by the competitors around her. The enormous desert becomes both her battlefield and her greatest enemy. But the deeper Dale travels into the Sahara, the more she realizes that this journey is going to be much more dangerous than she expected. The race is only beginning, and the people around her may have their own hidden plans. What started as a daring adventure is about to become a test of courage, survival, and trust. Dale Gordon enters a dangerous desert race where most competitors believe women cannot compete with them. Instead of being intimidated, Dale stays confident and determined to prove them wrong. As the race begins, she battles extreme heat, rough terrain, and dangerous conditions. Her courage and driving skills quickly attract attention, but she soon realizes that some competitors may be hiding their true intentions. Dale's journey is no longer just about winning the race, it's about proving she can survive in a world that refuses to take her seriously. The race finally begins, and Dale Gordon drives into the vast Sahara alongside the other competitors. Engines roar as the vehicles race across the golden dunes, leaving clouds of dust behind them. At first, Dale focuses on keeping up with the faster racers. The rough terrain constantly shakes the vehicles, while the intense heat makes driving increasingly exhausting. Every turn and every dune becomes a new challenge. Some competitors try to take dangerous shortcuts to gain an advantage, but Dale chooses to remain careful. She knows that one mistake in the middle of the desert could end the race, or put her life in danger. As the vehicles become scattered across the enormous landscape, the competition grows more intense. Dale realizes that speed alone will not win this race. She will need courage, patience, and determination to survive the long journey. And with hundreds of miles of desert still ahead, the real danger is only beginning. As Dale continues across the Sahara, the race becomes much more dangerous. The heat is exhausting, the roads are rough, and the endless sand makes it difficult to know what lies ahead. Suddenly, the competitors face unexpected problems that slow them down. Vehicles struggle through the difficult terrain, while the intense desert conditions test everyone's strength and patience. Dale refuses to panic. She carefully controls her vehicle and keeps moving forward, even when the journey becomes frightening. But the biggest danger may not be the desert itself. Dale begins to realize that some of the people around her cannot be trusted. As rivalries grow stronger, she understands that the race could turn into a fight for survival. As Dale pushes deeper into the Sahara, she encounters a mysterious man who quickly captures her attention. His presence adds another layer of uncertainty to an already dangerous journey. Dale is cautious because she knows she cannot easily trust strangers in the middle of the desert. However, circumstances force them to interact, and she begins to realize that he may know more about the dangers surrounding the race than he reveals. Their meeting creates a mixture of tension and curiosity. Dale must decide whether this stranger could become an important ally, or someone who could make her situation even more dangerous. With the desert closing in around them, Dale realizes that she may need help to survive what comes next. Dale's journey becomes a true test of survival as the harsh Sahara begins to take its toll. The extreme heat, limited supplies, and endless desert make every mile more difficult. She must stay calm and carefully manage her resources. A small mistake could leave her stranded with no help nearby. As conditions worsen, Dale becomes more determined than ever. She refuses to give up, even when exhaustion begins to set in. The desert has turned the exciting race into a dangerous battle for survival, and Dale knows she must keep moving if she wants to make it out alive. As Dale gets deeper into the dangerous journey, she begins to realize that the race may not be as simple as it first appeared. Strange behavior from the people around her makes her suspicious. She starts putting the clues together and discovers that certain competitors have motives beyond simply winning. The danger surrounding the race may be connected to a much bigger plan. Dale now has to be careful about whom she trusts. Every conversation could hide a secret, and every decision could put her in greater danger. With the truth slowly coming closer to the surface, Dale understands that surviving the Sahara may require more than courage. She must uncover what is really happening before it is too late. Dale's situation becomes even more dangerous when trust begins to disappear. Someone she believed might help her turns out to have their own interests, leaving Dale feeling trapped and vulnerable. Realizing she cannot depend on others, Dale takes matters into her own hands. She looks for a way to escape the danger while keeping herself alive in the harsh desert. The journey becomes a desperate struggle as Dale uses her courage and quick thinking to stay ahead of those who want to stop her. With the Sahara surrounding her on every side, Dale knows there is no easy way out. She must keep moving, and find freedom before her enemies catch up. As Dale continues her journey, the competition becomes more dangerous. The racers are no longer thinking only about crossing the finish line, they are becoming increasingly desperate to gain an advantage. Dale begins to notice suspicious behavior around her. She realizes that some competitors may be willing to take serious risks to defeat their rivals. With the desert making escape difficult, Dale has to stay alert. She cannot afford to trust everyone she meets. As the tension rises, Dale finds herself caught between the dangerous environment and people whose motives she cannot understand. The race is turning into a struggle where survival may be more important than victory. The journey takes an unexpected turn when Dale finds herself struggling to navigate the vast Sahara. The endless dunes make it difficult to tell one direction from another, and the harsh conditions begin to drain her strength. With the landscape stretching endlessly around her, every decision becomes critical. Supplies are limited, the heat is overwhelming, and help seems impossibly far away. Dale refuses to panic. She carefully searches for a way forward while trying to keep her vehicle moving. But being lost in the desert means more than losing the race, it could mean losing her life. With darkness approaching, Dale must find a way to survive before the Sahara completely traps her. The tension reaches its peak as Dale finally faces the people who have been threatening her journey. The vast desert becomes the setting for a dangerous confrontation where there is nowhere to hide. Dale refuses to surrender. Using her courage and determination, she fights to protect herself and escape the situation. The conflict becomes increasingly intense, with the harsh desert making every move more dangerous. Dale knows that one wrong decision could cost her everything. After everything she has endured, she makes one final stand. The battle pushes her to her limits, but Dale refuses to let fear control her. After everything Dale has endured, the journey reaches its final stage. Exhausted but determined, she makes one last attempt to escape the danger surrounding her. The vast Sahara stretches in every direction, but Dale refuses to give up. She uses everything she has learned during the journey, her courage, instincts, and determination, to keep moving forward. The dangers that once seemed impossible to overcome are finally behind her. Dale realizes that surviving the desert was never just about reaching the destination, it was about proving that she could face fear and refuse to surrender. As she finally moves toward safety, the long and dangerous adventure comes to an emotional end.